Alright, what's going on, everybody? It's Manny with Nats by Media, coming at you guys with another video. You guys already know what time it is. It's time to bring on that boxing, and today we're going to be talking about and kind of appreciating and looking back on the career of the great Manny, the Pac-Man, Pacquiao. Obviously, an 8-division world champ. Like, I feel like a lot of people don't give him enough credit. You know, starting at barely 100 pounds in his boxing career, you know, starting in the Philippines, going all the way to up to 147, 154. And, you know, fighting guys basically with a 30-pound weight advantage. You know, he went into that fight with Antonio Margarito years back, basically giving him an 168 pounds to maybe 150 weight disparity. So he was going into the ring with a guy that was basically 30 pounds heavier than him. We obviously know in the sport of boxing there are weight classes for a reason, but a guy like Manny Pacquiao, so great, so daring to be great, you know, really just showed out, and he showed that, you know, you could really fight the best despite size. Size doesn't matter. It's not about the size of the dog. It's the fight in the dog that matters. You know, he's proved that time in and time out. He went on a tremendous run, you know, in the late 2000s where he was beating up guys like Ricky Hatton, Miguel Cotto, Antonio Margarito, Shane Mosley, all of these tremendous world-class and Hall of Fame fighters. He was dismantling these guys, not to mention even earlier in his career when he was beating the likes of Juan Manuel Marquez, Eric Morales, Marco Antonio Barrera. They're tremendous fighters that he has on his resume. He's fought the best, he's lost to the best. You know, he doesn't care about losing. He wanted to fight guys like Earl Spence, you know, even at the age of 42. A lot of risk in the fights of Manny Pacquiao despite his size. He gave up a lot of weight advantages, but, you know, continued to take those big fights to make the fans happy. You know, he had that very fan-friendly style of fighting where, you know, he gets hit and wants to answer back. He wanted to put on a show. Probably one of the greatest offensive fighters of all time. He definitely has a case to be one of the best fighters, you know, period. 8 divisions. No one's ever done that. I don't think anyone's touching that weight class. There are fighters that have stayed in the same weight class their entire careers, and Manny had the courage to go up, continue to move up. Barely had one fight at 140. Wasn't even a natural lightweight. He could have been a featherweight, and, you know, moved up to welterweight, super welterweight, had a title there, gave it away obviously. But come on, at the end of the day, who's out here 5'6", natural weight, you know, maybe 135 pounds, you know, and that's pushing it, and then going up to 154 and fighting guys that are twice his size and basically 30 pounds heavier than him on fight night. You know, no one else is really taking that risk anymore, and I think that's why I think that Manny Pacquiao is one of the greats. You know, he's always going to be my go when it comes to the sport of boxing. He's always going to be the fighter that got me into the sport and showed me, you know, you could really fight whoever you want with enough hard work and determination. So Manny's one of those guys, man, who had that killer instinct. A lot of these fighters nowadays are scared to lose. They don't want to lose anymore. Manny didn't care about that. He cared about giving a show to the fans because he loved boxing so much that all he wanted to do was entertain the people that came to see him, the people bringing money into his pockets. He wanted to give them a reward and give a good fight for the fans. He always said it in all of his interviews where he would say, you know, I'm just doing my job and I want to give a lot of action in the ring and give the fans a good fight, you know, and that's what he's done throughout his entire career. Even when he was retired, you'd never see Manny Pacquiao in a boring fight, and that's just facts. You know, and that's why I think he's one of the greatest fighters, you know, offensively of all time. I've never seen a guy throw 6-7 punch combinations, move around, and not get tired. You know, he said it before, you know, he trains 28-30 rounds every day so that, you know, when he's fighting a 12-round fight, it's easy. And you see a lot of guys, they're putting in work, but are they really, you know, going that extra mile to be great? You know, we knew that Manny Pacquiao did that. You know, we could see it in every performance that he had. So Manny's one of those guys. He's always going to be a top fighter. He's always going to be in my top 5, you know, all time. So, you know, that is what it is. He's just one of those guys that has been so impressive in all of his outings, you know, when it comes to the sport of boxing, putting on great performances for the fans. That's the kind of stuff that, you know, the boxing fans need. They want to see knockouts. They want to see guys be aggressive and stop other fighters. You know, and he's so happy. He's just like such a good guy, you know, he's always smiling, but at the end of the day, he's one of the most dangerous fighters who's ever, you know, laced up a pair of boxing gloves. Obviously, he's had his losses. You know, I'm not saying he's invincible. That, you know, I think every fighter can be beat, and he's been beaten, he's been stopped, but, you know, at the end of the day, he hasn't let that stuff define him. He's allowed himself to bounce back from those, you know, those devastating losses and come back stronger. One of the few fighters that I've seen, you know, come back from such a devastating KO loss against a tremendous fighter, Hall of Famer, and Juan Manuel Marquez. But we saw him bounce back, beat guys like Brandon Rios, Tim Bradley, Keith Thurman, and just put on great fights. So Manny Pacquiao, just to describe his greatness, he's just one of those fighters that was never scared of anybody, always was willing to fight the best, and you don't see that all the time, in the sport of boxing. I think he's a once in a lifetime kind of fighter where we're not really going to see a guy like him ever again. Coming from the Philippines, coming from Asia, such a small dude, and just being able to beat up, the strongest fighters, the best and most talented fighters in the sport. Says a lot about him, says a lot about how special he was, the footwork, the hand speed, the timing, everything was so on point for him. He was just such a physically ripped and talented fighter. He was a specimen. He was a monster. Nobody could stop him in those early 2000s to close to 2015. This man was unstoppable. But obviously there are new fighters now, but there's really no one like Manny. A lot of people try to compare Loma to Manny and Nui to Manny, but man, there's never going to be another Manny Pacquiao who's gone up from 108 all the way to 154 and has dominated. So let me know in the comments, do you guys have a favorite Manny Pacquiao fight, and where do you guys put him all time? Maybe I know a lot of you guys are going to say you put him too high on your list. I'm just saying, man. 8 divisions. I don't care about records. Anyone can go undefeated with the right the right team, the right promoters and matchmakers. Anyone can go undefeated and retire undefeated. It's about putting shows on and entertaining the fans, and showing that you have the heart of a champion, not fearing anybody, willing to fight the best no matter what the outcome is. So that's what Manny Pacquiao was. That's who he was, and that was just the kind of fighter he was. That's what he brought to the sport of boxing. So let me know in the comments, what was your favorite Manny Pacquiao fight, and where do you guys put him all time? Thank you guys for watching. I'll catch you guys next time. Let me know in the comments who you guys want me to do a review of their career next. It could be a current or retired fighter. Let me know. But thank you guys for watching. I'll catch you guys next time. Peace. That's going to do it for another Naz Fight Media video, guys. Thank you guys so much for watching. It's been your boy, Matt Nabong, with another video. Hope you guys enjoyed it all. Thank you guys for the constant support. Salute to y'all always. It's been your boy.